So last night, the Parliament in Cyprus agreed the first part of this bailout package. They've done the really difficult part in some ways. They have decided basically that they're not going to bail out the most troubled bank in Cyprus, which was part of the plan to rescue the country's finances. They were going to use this tax on all bank accounts that was proposed last week to try and save the two biggest banks in Cyprus. They're the Lucky or Popular Bank and the Bank of Cyprus, both of which are on the verge of collapse under huge debts. And they basically decided that certainly with the first one, the Popular Bank, the Lucky Bank, they're not going to even try. What they're going to do, they're going to rescue the small depositors. They're going to put those with deposits of less than 100,000 euros into one bank with some good loans to balance them out, set up a new state-run bank, if you like, and the rest is all going to be hived off into a separate, so-called bad bank. And that means, whatever the bank can get for its assets, whatever it can get by selling on bad loans or recover from creditors, that will be used to repay the big depositors. They're expected to lose anything up to 40% of their savings or their investments. And obviously that's quite a significant sum for many people. But that will cut the amount that Cyprus needs to raise for its share of the overall sort of financial package that it's discussing with the EU by half. Now, what they haven't still decided is how they're going to raise the other half. And the president, Nikos Anastiadis, is on his way to Brussels now to discuss that aspect with the EU. I think that, as with all these discussions, there's a lot of brinkmanship. I think actually on this one, quite a lot of the EU leaders would have accepted the price of Cyprus leaving the euro, which will be the inevitable consequence. Most people agree if there's not a bailout package agreed. But as always, the shenanigans, the negotiations, the accusations back and forth, the delays, the prevarications on all sides, and the accusations have made this such a big issue across Europe. It's attracted so much attention to sort of failings in the EU decision-making process that it will be a huge humiliation now for Cyprus to leave. It's not just. It's not, the EU leaders originally said, well, it's 0.2% of the EU economy. It's tiny. It's 1 million people with a dodgy banking system. Why do we want it in the euro anyway? But suddenly, the attention has been drawn to this process, the flaws in the system. Those flaws can be easily replicated in other countries. And now I think they'll have to say, we can't allow this to happen. So I think now they will have to work very hard to get a deal. I think there will be a deal, yes. I don't know what it will be. I think there will be the usual fudges at the side. I don't think it can be denied now that Cyprus have, made a start. This very painful decision to burn a lot of investors and basically end Cyprus's role as an offshore banking centre, at least for the time being, because of the damage to its credibility that, allowing a bank to fail like this will cause. That's a big sacrifice for Cyprus, and that has to be accepted, I think, by EU leaders. And if the hardliners represented by the German finance minister, who are really pressing for Cyprus to be punished for its failings financially, if they really push it all the way, that's a big blow for Europe's credibility.